Bob and Sally is my code name for every target audience description you've ever dealt with in the course of your career. Bob and Sally are present in every boardroom, at the beginning of every project, for every brand, service, organization, institution. Someone in that room is convinced that they understand the target audience, and they've called them something. Sometimes they've even gone as far as to write down who Bob and Sally are, where they live, what kind of car they drive. They like these brands of clothes. They've got 2 children. They're on the verge of retiring. They're thinking about downsizing. This is the one I saw all the time because I used to work in the real estate development marketing industry, and I would help real estate developers brand and market their big giant condo towers. So we were very interested in who the audience was going to be. I don't know how many of you have ever been in the real estate development industry, but these guys are gambling with $300, $400 million to build a building for people to come and live in. They really want to know who these folks are. So I think even more than other industries, there was a whole lot of time and effort spent trying to figure out who the audience was and what was going to motivate them and how we could get them to come and buy the condos. And here in Vancouver, these days, condos are $1,500 per square foot if you're lucky. Those are the cheap ones. We go up to $3,000 a foot for the really expensive ones. It's a lot of money being risked. So these demographic descriptions based on nothing more than a hunch, a little bit of past behavior, maybe a database of who bought a condo last time, which never really made sense to me because they already bought one. Why would they be buying another one? But anyway, we would have these descriptions of who these folks were. And then my job, my company, we would go off and we'd spend a couple $1 million. And we'd build billboards and presentation centers and websites and brochures and direct mail campaigns and radio campaigns, everything you can possibly imagine, all designed to get people to come and buy a condo and live in this village, this vertical village, this community together. And inevitably, what would happen is we'd go 2 years later to the ribbon cutting. Everybody who bought a condo was standing around in the room. You know what? There wasn't a single Bob or Sally in the room. There might have been 1 or 2, but they were just there by fluke. Somehow we were attracting all these people to come and spend all this money, and it had nothing to do with who we thought they were. Their demographics were just irrelevant. We were doing something right because the building sold out, but it wasn't based on who they were from a demographic and a psychographic perspective. And in fact, we now know that as much as 90% of the money we just spent attracting these folks was wasted, which begs the question for me, what if we knew exactly who was coming?